This version of this talk hits in a way that I don't think you guys silence and just think, this is what peace is. And then you remember how damn hard you had to bleed for it. I've been sober since August of 2015. 10 years clean. 10 years since I watched the smoke curl up in the tent and realized I was watching myself disappear. That was the night my Alex, my red healer, crawled into the tent, sniffed the air, and backed into a corner shaking. He couldn't stand the smell of meth, and seeing him scared me. That broke me harder than any withdrawal I could. That night I quit. Not for him, not for me, but for a reason, and I've been fighting ever since. When you're high, you expect chaos. When you get clean, you expect peace. But what I didn't expect was that the internet would be a new battlefield. Y'all see my camper, you see my dogs, you see a Cash App tag, and then suddenly y'all got my whole ass life figured out. You're calling me a beggar, a scammer, a bum. You think that this camper means failure. But this camper means I made it off the street. It means I'm safe. It means my dogs eat before I do and they can sleep without fear. That's not failure, that's freedom. And it drives all you troll-ass bitches insane. I used to deal. I knew what to look for. Now the enemies hide behind the screens. I've been doxxed more times than I've been hugged. Cops have knocked at my doors in every state because y'all can't come up with the truth. Animal control showed up more times than I can count. But not because my dogs aren't cared for, but because people who hate can't stand to see me happy. They send pizzas I didn't order unpaid just to try to mess with my peace. They drive by slow, cameras out, like I'm part of some show they paid for. They make whole-ass troll pages. My name, my face, my dogs, my home, my mama, my sister. Hell, probably my 4th grade teacher. They say I'm back on meth. They say I'm scamming. They even say, oh, they've talked to her mom and she's a liar. You want to talk about crossing lines? That's crossing lines. Messaging someone's relatives is not activism. It's harassment. And it's cruelty dressed up as concern. I don't really think, and I want you guys to listen to this part, what this kind of hate does to somebody in recovery. It doesn't just hurt feelings. It reopens wounds. Every lie, every post, every fake report chips away at your stability. You start second guessing yourself. You start isolating. And isolation is the first step back to addiction. You feel that itch in your bones again. That old voice whispers, it's easier to just go numb. And that's the danger. Because addiction just isn't drugs. It's escape. When the world won't let you breathe, that escape starts sounding holy again. That's the real cost of hate. Is it pushes recovery people back towards the edge. And some of us don't make it back. People think recovery stops when you stop using. Nah. Dog, recovery is a thing that never ends. That's the true grind in life. I'm in school now, building something better for myself, but let me tell you this. It ain't easy trying to get my homework done when my anxiety is screaming, when I'm looking out the window wondering who's watching tonight. Trying to focus on political theory when your phone's blowing up with lies about you. Trying to write essays on government injustice when you see firsthand how cruel people can be with zero accountability. But I keep going because I promised myself and I promised Alex that I'd never let hate decide who I became. So yep, I study out of the camper. I write papers with 8 dogs snoring around me. I attend online classes using Wi-Fi that barely holds. And I still show up every goddamn day. I started sharing my story to show what recovery really looks like. So many people want a glamorized version of recovery. But recovery's messy. Recovery, to be in true recovery, and honest recovery, is messy. And it was fine when it inspired people. But the moment it started making people uncomfortable, people twisted it. They made fake screenshots, fake receipts, fake proof. Hell, they even Photoshop posts to make it look like I said things I didn't. And when I didn't break, they tried to expose me to my family. Like I was still the old me they could shame. But I'm not her anymore. And I do not owe anyone an explanation for surviving. The truth is, people who are happy don't stalk strangers. People who are healing don't make hate pages. And people who love themselves don't send cops to a stranger's home. Hate is an addiction. And it's the same high I used to chase. It's just digital now. They chase chaos in the way I used to chase a hit. And when someone is clean, peaceful, and free, it reminds themselves of everything they never fixed in themselves. God, y'all think staying clean is easy? Y'all think staying clean is easy? It's a full-time job with no paycheck. I wake up every morning trying to choose peace over revenge. It's learning how to breathe through the panic instead of burying it. It's watching people lie about me publicly and saying nothing but listening. Because sometimes your sobriety is worth more than being right to them. It's attending class when your hands shake. It's studying constitutional law while your mind replays trauma. It's walking your dogs, hearing the pit whispers from your past and saying out loud, not today. That's the grind. That's the work. It's not glamorous. It's grace in the trenches. If you're watching this and you're in recovery or you're just trying to heal from anything, please hear me. The hate will come. The lies will come. The loneliness will come. But none of that means you're failing. It means you're changing. And people who can't face their own demons always try to resurrect yours. Don't let them. You've survived worse. You've earned your calm. Protect it like it's gold. So, yep, maybe I live in a camper. And you can't do a fuck thing about it. How about that? So, won't stop. Was that kind of what you were looking for out of a conversation?